Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know, guys. Hello, everybody. I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. No issues. Okay, thank you so much. So, good evening, everybody. Good evening. How are you guys? Good evening, everybody. How are you guys? Good evening, everybody. How are you guys? How was your day? Okay, great. Yeah, I'm also fine. Thank you so much. Okay. Uh, amazing, guys. Amazing. So, can you guys let me know what have we studied in our previous class, guys? Can you guys let me know what have we studied in our previous class? Can you guys let me know what have we studied in our previous class, guys? Tuples, dictionaries. Okay. What else? List, tuples, dictionary, mutability, order, join. Great. Whatever. Okay. Min, max, sorted. So today the algorithm that we are going to study, that is also called as min max algorithm itself. Okay, so you don't have to, so it will be amazing. Okay. Great. Okay, so for today's class, we are going to start off with understanding about what is AI, some of the core concepts that you guys need to understand. I feel most of you must be having a wrong concept of AI, so that is something that we are going to learn about today. And after that, we are going to look at the algorithm that we are going to use for creating our project. The name of the algorithm is the min-max algorithm itself. So it's a simple enough algorithm to understand, and you will be able to like understand it easily as well. So you don't have to worry about it. Once we are done with it today, we'll have one session tomorrow about career counseling, and then we'll be having our project. So maybe I will be taking 1 or 2 days to complete the project itself, and the project is also simple enough, so it will be easier to understand once you are able to understand what we are doing today. The second thing that I want you guys to understand is that please keep a notebook and a pen along with you, okay, for the entire session, because today whatever we are going to discuss, it is going to be theoretical in nature, and I will be writing and explaining it at all time. So please make sure that you are able to take down notes and understand the same as well. The project that we are going to make will be pretty simple. We are going to create an tic-tac-toe game using Python, where we will be able to compete with a AI that uses the min-max algorithm. So you are basically creating an AI that is able to play tic-tac-toe with you. So, and most of the time, the almost every single time, either the game will end up in a tie or the AI will win. These will be the two things that will be there, and you will be able to see why that will happen. Okay, today when we are looking at the project, like the algorithm itself, you will be able to understand that why there is no chance in hell that you will be able to win. Okay, so yeah. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Great. Um, so one more thing, guys. So before starting today's class, make sure, again, I'm telling you guys that make sure please have a notebook with you and a pen as well, so that we are able to start with the same. Okay. Okay, great. So let me just open up the live chat on my mobile phone and then we will continue with the class itself. Give me a second. Okay, so I have opened up the chat as well, and let's get started with our class. Okay, so let me just open up Paint once. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so can you guys let me know what comes to your mind? What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you like hear somebody talking about AI? What is the first thing that comes to your mind, guys? Can you guys let me know? Can you guys let me know what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear about AI? So people thinking about robotics, digital brain, Alexa, Sophia robot, robo computer, Chitti robot, Jarvis, okay, automation, Terminator. Most of the people are thinking about some robotic structure itself, okay. Some of them are saying cars, some of them are saying math, machine learning. So okay, so I'm able to see most of the people are thinking about something like a robot type of structure itself. So what comes to your mind when I speak about machine learning? Okay, somebody wrote that. Okay, when I speak about I think about machine learning. So what do you think, like when I'm speaking, okay, so this is a topic that is called as machine learning. What is the first thing that comes into your mind when you hear the term machine learning, guys? Can you guys let me know what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about machine learning? Machines that can take their own decision, neural network, smart machines, automatic, okay, Google assistants, difficult to learn, a computer with its own brain, digital brain. So for even for machine learning as well, you are thinking about the exact same thing as your AI. Okay, you are not able to differentiate between the two. Okay, so let's start from right over there itself. Okay, so just like physics, okay, everybody must have learned physics when they were in college. So you are having this particular sub branch of science called as PHY of physics. Okay, inside of physics you have a various different types of physics that you are able to study. So you are having fluid dynamics, then you are having your electromagnetism, then you are having let's say um, the Newton's three laws of motions, all the topics that come under it, torque and all these kind of stuff. So that would be like physical physics. Then you are having so many different sub categories of physics, sub branches of physics, and each of them are a part of physics itself. Each of them are a sub part of physics itself, and some of them will work in like collaboration with each other. For example, you are having your fluid dynamics and electromagnetism that basically comes together to form a turbine, okay, a water turbine that is there. Okay, you use the principles of electromagnetism to generate electricity, and you use the principles of fluid dynamics to divert the water in such a way that from the dam or from a particular river, so as to basically generate electricity. So even though these topics, okay, these sub parts of physics are separately present, okay, they work in collaboration with each other to give us results at the end of the day. Okay, the same thing goes on with AI as well. So AI is basically a entire field of science. Okay, AI itself is like physics. It's an entire field of science itself, which has a lot of subparts that are there. So you are having subparts like let's say machine learning. Machine learning is one of the topics that come under AI. It's not that AI is just machine learning. You are having deep learning that is there. You are having your soft computing that is there. You are having your algorithms that are there. Okay, so algorithms is basically that has having like probability, statistics. Then you are having your game theory, econometrics. Okay, these are all the topics that come under the algorithms that are there. Then you are having some more like categories that is there inside of AI. So AI is like a huge like thing to study. Okay, you cannot learn AI. Okay, it's literally impossible to do that. There are just so many sub branches, so many divisions inside of it. Machine learning and deep learning, these are the stuff that people will tell you that okay, AI is just machine learning and deep learning. And if somebody is telling you that, he actually has no idea about AI and you shouldn't be learning from him. The point is, today what we are going to focus upon is this algorithms. Okay, we are going to look at one of these algorithms, that is the min-max theory. Okay, so it's a very important algorithm, one of the most basic AI based algorithm that is there, and you will be able to see that these algorithms are nothing else but just concepts. Okay, these are either they will be just mathematical formulas, they will be just concepts that will be there. So I haven't selected a very hard algorithm. Okay, that there is like 50 different integration, differentiation, partial differentiation, and like all these different mathematical stuff inside of it. So I've selected an algorithm that is much more theoretical based, so that it's easier for you to grasp it, understand it, get the essence of AI. And at the end of the day, even machine learning and deep learning is nothing else but mathematics at the background. If you are interested in both the topics, for example machine learning and deep learning, it basically boils down to mathematics itself at the end. And for those who are aiming for the best companies, you should be able to understand those mathematics as well. So it is as important as understanding the mathematics, understanding the algorithm itself, as to be able to code it and use it in a practical sense. Because if you don't have the basic understanding of an algorithm, you will never be able to use it in a practical scenario, because you don't know where to use this algorithm. Okay, so the basics is always very important, guys. Please keep that in mind. So the algorithm, like I've already told you guys, is so let me just tell some of the questions that are coming. The first question that I'm able to see is, sir, please explain what data analytics is. It also comes in AI in algorithms part. No. So data analytics, so for example manufacturing a car. Okay, physics is involved in that, but is physics manufacturing a car a part of the field of physics? No. You use the concepts of physics to be able to manufacture a car. Okay, it's not, they are not related to each other. Again, they are not related to each other. Some part of manufacturing a car has physics involved inside of it. Okay, but it's not exactly that okay, physics is manufacturing a car or something like that. The same thing goes on with data analytics, data science, what you are able to see. So what it basically means, there are a lot of different stuff in data analytics and science. You are having data pre-processing, you're having data filtering, data mining is a part of data science itself. And one of the parts of the entire process is to be able to analyze the data to predict something that happened in the past or in the future based on the trends. That is where you use machine learning, deep learning, or AI as a tool to be able to do that. That's it. Okay, so it's not like neither AI is or machine learning or deep learning is a part of data science. No, neither data science is a part of machine learning, deep learning. You use machine learning, deep learning as a tool to be able to perform something, to be able to get some answers in the analytics of data. Okay, so you are trying to analyze a data itself. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Rohit, you will have to sit with your own notebook and take down notes. Okay, for this class, nobody is going to provide you with notes itself. Any questions that you guys are having, any confusions that you guys are having, okay? Anything that you're having, guys, please do let me know. Any confusion, any queries still that you are having related to anything that you might have heard about and you're still confused about it. So for example, somebody asked, is data analytics related to this or not? That was a confusion that they were having. So we need to make sure that these type of confusions are also going away with it. It might be the case that I am able to think that, okay, this is the only thing that you guys might not be knowing, but if there is, then please do let me know. Okay, so I'm not able to see any questions. So let's move on. So can you repeat what is AI? See, initially AI started out. So this is what the next part of my explanation was going to be. Let me just make you guys understand that. Okay, so data science is basically data analytics itself. Okay, so data science is like, think about it as a entirely new umbrella in which you are having data analytics process, data mining process, all these different processes that are there. Okay, so understanding about data, understanding the science behind understanding data is what data science is. Okay, it will have data analytics as well inside of it, it will have data mining inside of it, it will have data engineering inside of it. So all these different topics come under data science. Okay, like I was saying, so initially when, like back in 1900s and all, like I'm talking about a way back at that point of time, AI was basically considered as being, so why the name AI basically came, artificial intelligence, to be able to replicate the human intelligence inside of a computer. That is where the idea came from. But very soon scientists like understood it, that this, like creating like artificial intelligence isn't actually going to be possible. What we can do is we can create such complex algorithms and such complex formulas that is able to mimic that behavior. Okay, so that is where the term AI originated. But right now, because of all the research that has happened, all the stuff that we know right now, we are able to figure out that AI is basically an entire field of study, in which one of the parts is to be able to replicate intelligence, but that is also basically just algorithms, just mathematical formulas that we are able to make up. Okay, okay, one more thing, guys, do not move away from the topic. So I'm able to see somebody's asking about like cryptocurrency, or somebody's asking me about big data. Do not move away from the topic itself. Okay, stick to AI right now. Okay, how much math is needed in AI ML developer? See, we don't call them as ML developer. It would either be a data analytics like position. So we'll be talking about this in tomorrow's class about career counseling. So we'll just skip this question for right now. Okay. Sir, is AI tough to learn? Nobody learns AI actually. Okay, so even me, like because I am a hardcore, like I like to read, I like to learn new stuff. That is the reason why I learned AI in general. But from a and because you guys were just screaming that we want an AI boot camp, I just have an AI boot camp. But nobody sits and learns AI. You will be learning about machine learning, you will learn about deep learning, that is needed. But AI is a particular topic that I feel right now is just for fun, because there is no open positions in proper AI development in India in bulk, where you will be easily able to apply and get a job. So yeah, so let's get started with AI itself. The algorithm that we are going to see and learn and implement as well is called as the min max algorithm. Okay, it's called as the min max algo. So this is the shit. this is the algorithm that we are going to learn, and this algorithm is actually a backtracking algorithm. So I'll make you guys understand about backtracking as well, so you don't have to worry about it. Bhuvnesh, were you late in today's class? Because I just explained the entire thing. What is the difference between data science, AI, and machine learning? I think so. You are late in today's class, so please be on time. Otherwise, you won't be able to understand what I'm talking about right now. Okay. Okay. So the min-max algorithm is actually a backtracking algorithm. So like what is a backtracking algorithm and everything, I will be making you guys understand it. Okay, do not worry. The min-max algorithm, so when you are playing a game of tic-tac-toe, I hope that everybody has played it, like cross and zeros. You make a sheet like this. So this is called as a board. And then you are having two people who will be playing X and zeros until unless either the game dies or somebody wins. So this is the game. Everybody should be knowing that. And I think so there shouldn't be any issues with the game itself. Now here, as you're able to see, there are just two players itself. You are having two options. You can either place a X or you can place a zero at the end. Okay. So min-max algorithm basically states that, let's see, let me just delete everything from the screen. Every particular position, some of the terms that you need to understand for like moving further with the min-max algorithm is, first of all, the mark. Okay, this hash where you are playing the game, this is called as a board. Okay, this is called as a board itself. The next particular thing that you need to understand is that you are having states. Okay, for example, this is one state where there is like two X's and two zeros. So this is called as a state itself. Okay, similar to that, you are having a final state, whether when the game is over, whether somebody has win or lost, you call it as a final state of the game. Okay, final state of the game. The next particular thing is that, okay, so are you guys able to understand these three things? Are you guys able to understand these three things? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand these three things? Please let me know, guys. The playing the hash there where we play the game is called as a board. Okay, you are having any kind of, like, even if there is a single X at any point of time, it is called as a state, S-T-A-T-E, state. And then you are having your, when somebody wins or loses or it even ties up. Okay, it even ties up, in that case it is called as a final state. Okay, it is called as a final state, guys. So these are some of the terms that I want you guys to understand. The next thing is that you guys can understand this, I think so, that when you are playing tic-tac-toe, how many possible final states will be there? Okay, just think about it. How many possible final states can be there? Can you guys think about it? How many possible final states can be there, guys, when it comes to tic-tac-toe? How many final states can be there when you're playing tic-tac-toe, guys? Can you just think about it? So like there are almost 3 lakh possible like games that can be played, like unique games that can be played. Okay, you don't know about it. You cannot like write an entire piece on how the entire stuff will work. Okay, you have no idea. 3 lakh possible states. Okay, so no, guys, like not 3. The final states that are there, they can be unique as well. For example, in one, X is winning. Okay, and the winning is like in a horizontal position on the second line. It can be vertical position, it can be a diagonal position. So there are just more than 5,000 6,000 final states with almost 3 lakh game playing options as well. So there are just so many different options that are available to you. You cannot take up a entire, like, you cannot make a list out of it. Okay, there's just so many different states that are there. So what min max algorithm basically states is that, okay, what I will be doing, because it's a computer, it can calculate much more faster than you guys can or any human can. It makes the list of all the different possible states that are there, every single 3 lakh games that are possible. It will make the entire fucking states, everything will be made by the AI itself. That's the first step that is there. So for right now, let us consider that the number of states are a little bit less. Okay, we will not take up the tic-tac-toe for an example because it will be very difficult to understand it right over there. So we'll take up a smaller example. Let's say that this is your game. Okay, this is the first state that is there. So there are 2 players right over here. One is the min player, okay, and the other is the max player. Okay, these are the 2 players that are there, the min player and the max player. The responsibility for the min player is to get the lowest score possible. Okay, the responsibility of the minimum player is that, okay, so many people are not able to understand why these states are like so many. Let me just Google it up. Tic-Tac-Toe, all possible combinations. So just look at this. This is one of the images that shows all the possible combinations, and it is just too hard for you guys to understand. So just think about this particular game case. Okay, right over here you are having a game case where X has made 3 marks, O has made 3 marks. The next particular chance is of X. So what are the different places that X can place his mark itself? As you are able to see, is there's just 1 possible, 2 possibilities, and 3 possibilities. After that, O will be placing its O, so there is like so many different possibilities. So all of these pathways that are there, every single path that you are able to see is a proper like game itself. So there are almost 3 lakh possible games with 5,000, and this is your end state where either somebody has won or it has been a tie, and that is almost 5,000 guys, almost 5,000. Are you able to understand why there is so many different states and games and like final states? Are you guys able to understand this right now? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Great. So let's move on back to this. So the role of the minimum player is to get the lowest score possible. Okay, and for the maximum player, as the name suggests, it is to get the highest score possible. Okay, so these are the 2 options that are available to them: minimum score possible and the maximum score possible itself. Okay, the next thing that you need to assume is that both the players, okay, maximum and minimum, are going to play to win. Okay, to win all the times. Okay, to get like the lowest score possible to the maximum score possible optimally. Okay, it is not that they will be choosing it randomly. These are like people with brains. Okay, so they will try to make sure that, okay, they are able to lower the score as much as possible. Max will try to make sure that I'm able to get the highest score as much as possible. So they will be choosing the different states very carefully. Okay, so this is where I will be putting my X so that I'm able to increase my chances of winning. The next particular thing is that this is a backtracking algorithm. Okay, this is a backtracking algorithm itself. What do you mean by backtracking algorithm? They will first lay out all the different things that can happen. Okay, so for example, if X puts a mark here, so let's say that the first particular case that is there is that X can put up the mark here, X can put up a mark here, X can put up a mark here, X can put up a mark let's say here, and so on and so forth. The next particular state will be 0 can put up a mark here, 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 anywhere. So all these different possibilities, all these different states, okay, you will have, these guys will be first marking it down to its final states itself. Okay, so let's assume that we are changing the game right now. The first particular chance was given to the let's say max itself. Okay, the first particular chance is given to max, and the next chance will be given to min. Let's assume that for right now. This is just an example. You can give it to anybody. You can give it to minimum, you can give it to maximum as well. For just this example, we are taking up the possibility that maximum is going to get the first chance. Okay, the second thing is we are not going to take up the min max algorithm as our sorry, not tic-tac-toe as our example. We are not going to take it up as that. So what we are going to do is we are going to start. So the first possible state, okay, this is the first possible state that has been given to max. Let's assume that this state results into two different choices for max. One is so this is the state A, one is the state B, okay, and the other one is the state C. Okay, B results to then it's the chance for minimum to play the game, okay, which results into two more branches. Let us assume that this is D and E, F and G. And after that, again, maximum as the choice, and it will result us to our final states, guys. Okay, so this will result into your final state. Let's say that I will just put some numbers. Let's say it's 9 minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 4 minus 4 0 and minus 6 minus 9. Okay, so these are all the final states that are there. Okay, these are all the final states that are there. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Okay, again, I will make you guys understand. So this is an example game that I've created. You guys have no idea what these states are, neither me. Okay, I've just named the states. The state of the board is named as A. Okay, then Max will put something up and it will result in a new board that is called as B. Then again, minimum will be taking up the chance. He will place his whatever that is there. It will give you the D as an example. Okay, and at the end you are having your final states. Okay, let me just give me a second. I will make you guys understand this. हाँ भाई, ऑफिस आजा. अभी बूट कैम्प में हूँ, इसलिए बाद में बात करता हूँ. लेकिन नहीं आजा ठीक है, ठीक, बाय. Okay, so you heard me some. Okay, unable to understand, no issues. Let's start up fresh. Okay, so let's assume that okay, let's assume so A is your initial board. Okay, let's try to understand this. A is an initial board itself. This is your initial board. Okay, state, it's state. If you guys remember, what is the state? The current condition of the board. It can be anything. It can be anything. The current condition of the board is called as state. Okay, this particular state, that is the empty state, I'm giving it a name that is A. Okay, let's assume that there are just two options for Max to put its X at. Okay, maybe it can put it up here, or maybe it can put it up here as well. So let's say that the initial state is A. This is your let me draw the initial state with some other color so that you guys are able to understand. So this is the initial state. Let's assume that there are just two possibilities for X. There are 9, but right now, for the sake of simplicity, okay, just for this example, I'm assuming that Max can put its X at only 2 positions. So right over here, okay, the two options that are there for Max is either put it up here, that is the state B, or either put it up here, that is the state C. Okay, we are naming these states of the board as A, B, and C. The next particular chance that is there is for minimum. Minimum will put its 0 right over there. Okay, minimum will put 0 right over there. Okay, so let's assume that this particular state, where is my pen? Okay, let's assume that if X was here, okay, Zero has a minimum has only two options to put its O. Okay, let's assume that one is here and the other state that I'm able to draw is X, and let's assume it is able to put its 0 right over here. Okay, let's just assume that. Okay, this is the current state. See, if you're not able to understand this, okay, up till here, then you are really fucking dumb. Okay, because see, this is just, I'm just naming the state of the board. It can be anything, but just for simplicity's sake, I'm reducing the number of states, because like I said, there are almost 3 lakhs, somebody has put it up, 3,60,000 possibilities. I cannot draw that much. For just simplicity's sake, I'm just taking up this small example here. So try to understand it, try to cooperate. Okay, so you are able to get, like, O is having two different options. Okay, O is having two different options, either in the middle or on the side. Similar to that, in the F particular state, okay, it's something like this. Let's assume that X is here. No, sorry, X is here. We have already known that. O can put it up here, or O can put it up in the middle. Okay, O can put it up in the middle right over here. So these are all the different states that are possible. We don't know, we don't care about the states itself, because that is being calculated by the AI. What we care about is the end result. Okay, and these numbers that I've taken up, because this is not a tic-tac-toe. If this was a tic-tac-toe game, okay, the final states won't be having these random numbers, that is 9, -1, -2, -3, 4, 0, -6, -9. These are just random numbers, random scores that I'm giving to the board. For this random game, this is not tic-tac-toe. Again, this is not tic-tac-toe. This is a random game that I've made. Okay, only I know the rules of this particular game. I know what is the score, or who will win, who will not win. Everything is being decided by me. You guys also don't know. Even my brain also doesn't know that what is this fucking game. Okay, this is not tic-tac-toe. It looks like tic-tac-toe so that you guys are able to understand what is this A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, but this is not tic-tac-toe. This is a random game that I have made, which has my own rules, my own final states, and my own scorecard as well. Okay, understand this. So right over here, again, you will be having, so this time minimum had the option. Now maximum will be putting his X. Okay, so whatever max is going to put up, it results to a final state. Okay, so this D has two options for max. Either it will put it up X right over there or here. Okay, so that is like the final state, and it has a score of 9 and -1. That is something that I am deciding. Okay, this is my game, my rules. Okay, for tic-tac-toe, we will look at it separately when we'll be doing the project. Right now, try to understand this. Are you guys able to understand all these states and the numbers that are there at the end? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand all these states and the numbers that are there at the end? The numbers that are there at the end is a scorecard of the final state, guys. Okay, so if this is the state that has been achieved due to some rules that this fucker has made, okay, the scorecard would be 9. If the second particular board is a final state is achieved, then it will be -1. Okay, this is something that I have made. These are my rules. This is not tic-tac-toe. This is Shaurya's game itself. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Skilled Pathik, sir, instead of tic-tac-toe, please make a chess game. So I've already done that. I've made a AI that basically like plays on the chess game. Do you guys want to guess how many lines of code did I had to write for that? Almost 15,000 lines of code in Python to make the entire game possible. So it isn't possible to create it at a bootcamp itself, but someday, maybe in the future, I will create a video. It will take me like 10 hours or so to create the entire thing, but I will try to make sure that we are able to do that as well. But this time we are going to take up a simple concept itself. Okay, great. So now that you have seen a bit of this particular tree, you have understood that, okay, maximum is going to take up the first chance. That is just for this example itself. Then minimum is going to take up the next chance, then maximum, and then it results the final states, which has some kind of scoring that is there. Now, all this, everything, the min-max algorithm will first be making. Okay, it will look at every single game that is possible, every game that is possible, even before you start playing it as well. It will look at everything. So let me just erase all these boards itself, because we don't actually require them. This was just because some of you were not able to understand. So I have no idea. I want it to be as clear as possible for you guys. So sometimes it has happened in my college as well. Somebody made a project and he shared the code with his friends and everything, and everybody started showing it off in the interviews. Like nobody wrote the entire stuff. They just took it to the interviews and started showing that this is my code. Like so that was actually very funny. That's the reason why most of the developers usually keep their projects hidden before the interview and just takes it to the interviews and show it to the interviewer themselves. Okay, so right over here, as you're able to see, first Max. Okay, so Max, many people will think that Max will choose a game that will take him through this particular path. Okay, many of you will choose, like once the entire thing is made, you know that Max is trying to maximize his output. The maximum score that is possible, as you are able to see, is 9. So this is the path that A will choose. A will first take it to the B state, then to D state, and then to 9. Okay, but you need to remember one thing, guys, that this is not just dependent upon Max. Okay, Min is also there. Min will try to lower the lower the score as much as possible. It is not going to be the case that Min is going to choose, okay, to take up to the D. So here Min has to choose. Okay, here A can choose to take up to B state itself, but Min has to choose whether it wants to take it up to D or E. And please remember that Min is also playing optimally. Okay, Min is also playing optimally right over here. So it will always try to choose E. Okay, it will never choose D, because in E it is guaranteed to get him the negative result. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. A can only choose between B and C. Okay, that's the only option that is there for A. But Min can choose between D and E. So it will never choose D, because if it is choosing D, then Max will select 9. Okay, Max will get the highest score possible. It does not want to do that. Okay, so what is the process of the min-max algorithm is pretty simple. What will Max do? It will backtrack. Okay, this is a backtracking algorithm. It has first made the entire tree. Now from the output itself, from the final states, scores of the final states, it will backtrack the entire thing. So let us look at right over here. So between 9 and -1, okay, what is the favorable, which is the one that Max will choose, guys? Can you guys let me know? Which is the one that Max will choose, guys? Can you guys let me know? Between 9 and -1. Here Max is choosing at state D. Max is going to choose. Okay, so which is the state that Max will be choosing? Either 9 or -1, guys. Can you guys let me know? Is my live chat not functioning properly? Okay, it's great. So Max will choose 9 so as to get the highest number. So here the choice is very simple, that Max will be choosing 9. Between -3 and -2, which is the one that Max will be choosing, guys? If it reaches on the E state, which is the one that it will be choosing, which is greater in -1 and -3, guys? Can you guys let me know which is the one that Max will be choosing if it reaches the state E? Between -2 and -3, whichever is the greatest, that is the one Max will choose. So Max will choose -2 right over here. Similar to that, here between 4 and 0, Max will be choosing 4. Okay, between 4 and 0, Max will be choosing 4 right over here. Between on the state G, you are having -6 and -9. So Max will be choosing -6 right over here. That is the choice that Max has. Now above this, as you are able to see, it's the choice for minimum. minimum. Okay, so I'll just take up some other color so that it's evident to you guys. So here the choice is for minimum. So minimum will be choosing here optimally. If minimum is at the state B, it will be choosing between 9 and -2, which is the state that B will be choosing -2 itself. So -2 is the one that B will be, if max minimum is at B, because at B state minimum is the one that is going to choose that, okay, this is where I need to move further, and it has seen the entire game from the starting itself. That is the reason why it's a backtracking algorithm. It first makes all the different possibilities of the states that are there and then goes back from it. Okay, so you're having -2 right over here. Similar, if minimum is at the state C, you're having the choice between -4 and -6, which is less, -6, so it will be choosing this. And then max is having the choice between -2 and -6. So which one will max be choosing? The one that is greater, that is -2. So the game that A will be playing would be from A to B, then to E, and then to 2. This is the game that A will be playing. It will never end at 9. It will never end at 9. Okay, so that is the thing, guys. Now here, when you're training the algorithm itself, you are assuming that the person sitting next to him is not an AI, is a normal person, so he will be making errors and the game will change automatic to that. But if two AIs are basically playing against each other, then this is the path that will be there. Only this path and nothing else. And that is the concept of the min-max algorithm, guys. That is the concept of the min-max algorithm. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. So this is how the min-max algorithm actually works. Of course, we will not be able to understand this on a very huge example like a tic-tac-toe game, where there are almost like 5,000 different final states that are there and more than 360,000 game paths that are there. So of course, nobody will be able to draw it and make you understand. But this is a smaller example so that you are able to understand the algorithm at its core. Okay, that is the point that I'm trying to make. Okay, if you guys have understood this algorithm, there is just one more thing. But how they know whether there is 9 or -2 or any other number? Karthik, because first they go through all the different possibilities that are there. First they will play the game. First they will play all 360,000 games and create this tree first of all. Once this tree has been created, all the games have been seen, then it will start the backtracking process, finalize everything, and then when a humans come to play with it, it already knows every single move that the human is going to make, and it is going to choose its move on the basis of that tree that it has made. Are you guys able to understand that? Please do let me know, guys. No, it is not fixed that max will always be first. Okay, that is just an example. You can put minimum as first, you can put maximum as first. That is totally up to you guys. Okay, are you guys able to understand this algorithm itself? For those who are not able to understand this, okay, do not worry. Once this video is over, watch the video again, try to listen to me very carefully. Maybe you are not listening to me properly, that is the reason why you are not able to understand it. For those who have understood it a little bit, that's great. Okay, you are like, you can go ahead with the project itself, because in the project we will be discussing about this again while coding. Otherwise I would not be able to make you guys understand the code itself. So for those who have understood it clearly, they are great to go, and for those who have understood it a little bit, you are also great to go. But for those who aren't able to understand any stuff that I'm saying today, please rewatch the video. Okay, great. Karthik, I just answered your question right now that 9 -2 or any other number, they actually calculate it first. Okay, before even starting to play the game, they calculate it. They make this tree and then move further from that. Okay. Okay, I will just tell you guys once again, just like a so that if anybody is like missing out on something, so he's able to, or she or they, because right now there are just uncountable number of genders in this world, are able to understand it. Okay, so see, it's pretty simple. You are having different states that are there. State of a game is at any point of time you take a snapshot of the game, that is a state of a game. You are having the final state of a game, which is basically when the game ends. That can be a win, that can be a lose, that can be a tie. Okay, this score that I've calculated, this is my own fucking game, so it is my rules. So I calculated the score for the final states down below. First, min max algorithm will make this entire tree. Okay, calculate all the scores for all the different final states that are there. Then they will go off from the bottom itself. They will check that, okay, between, so this is the place where in this particular state, that is D. Okay, in this particular state, that is D, Max has the chance to play the, like, choose what to do. So how will he choose? Between 9 and -1, it will choose 9. If between -2 and -3, it will choose -2. Between 4 and 0, it will choose 4. Okay, so it was 4, not actually -4. So the game has been messed up, but it's fine. Between -6 and -9, it will choose -6 itself. Then on top of it, the next chance was of minimum. Okay, the next chance was of minimum right over here. So minimum will basically choose between D and E. So it will choose between getting 9 or -2, because you are assuming that the next particular person, the max algorithm, is playing optimally. So he will choose 9. That is what you are assuming right over there. If he is not choosing 9, then you are winning at the end of the day. Okay. So we will deal with the time complexity later on. Don't worry about it. See, that is the thing. Like, this entire stuff that you are able to see, this is AI. Okay, this is where the concept of AI basically starts, and there is no brain inside of it. This is just like creating if-else statements that are there. Okay, there is no brain. There is just a mathematical, this is not even mathematical, this is just logical algorithm itself, that okay, this is the logic that we are going to use. So AI is basically all about logic, guys. Okay, it's not about just coding, it's not about just thinking to build a robot. Okay, it's actually just mathematics and logic at the very end. Okay, the next thing that we need to focus upon is okay, so right now I told you guys that the score and everything for the final states, it's my own game and I've calculated it on my own itself, and that is the reason why these are random numbers. But for the game of tic-tac-toe, the scores that we are going to have is for X. If X wins, that is this maximum wins, it will give it a point of 10. Okay, plus 10. If O wins, then it will give you a point of -10. And if it's a tie, in that particular case, we will get 0 as a point. So the final states that are there, that is if Max wins, if Min wins, okay. Sir, if I'm not wrong, the end result of the tic-tac-toe or the final nodes will be win or lose. Win, lose, or tie as well. It can be tie as well. Okay. So who will be winning if it was just -2 and -3? See, in that particular game, there is no winning. Okay, you have to get the lowest score possible. That was the aim for minimum, and for maximum, it was the highest score possible. So according to maximum, the highest score possible is -2. According to minimum, the lowest score possible that is there. So minimum does not has a choice right over here, because you are playing as maximum itself. Okay. So if we switch off, like if we switch the positions for minimum and maximum, just repeat the exact same process. But this time from the like final states itself, minimum will be the one who will be choosing. Then maximum, then minimum. So you have to make the tree again and do the calculations again to get the answer. Okay. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Why it is not choosing minus side? I'm not able to understand that. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Yes, so outputs are already known to AI. Okay, the AI already first. That is the reason why this is called as a backtracking algorithm. It will first create all the games and then backtrack it from it to figure out like how to make you lose. Okay, so you cannot win ever against this AI. Okay, because it has thought of everything that is going to be possible. But these type of AIs cannot be used in a game like chess. Okay, min max algorithm can only be used in small scale games like tic-tac-toe. Like, even though tic-tac-toe has like 360,000 possible games, that is a very small game compared to like a game like chess. Okay, these type of calculations min-max algorithm can handle, like creating the entire game from the start and then going backwards. But that is just not possible in the case of chess, or making a game that can beat you guys in Dota 2 or something like that. Okay, that is just not possible, or in Valorant, whatever games that you guys play nowadays. But the thing is, like, for that there are different algorithms that are there. These type of math, this is a very mathematically intensive, like computationally intensive algorithm that is there, because you will first figure out all the games and then go back from there. Okay, in a game like chess, or in a game like proper game like GTA or Dota 2 or something like that, it is just not possible. Okay. Great. So this is the scorecard that we are going to use for our game. If Max wins, 10 points to Gryffindor. If minimum wins, 10 points reduced to from Gryffindor itself. If it is a tie, then no points for Gryffindor. Okay. Great. So we will stop right over here. Okay. I hope that's, again, guys, if you are not able to understand this, please just go back a bit and watch the video again. I want to make sure that you have today and tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be having a career counseling and everything that we'll be doing. Okay. So how to basically get interviews, like how to get into companies, what are the different stuff that you need to know, what are the different positions that is available to you guys, because I am pretty sure that if you were wrong about AI, then you have little to no knowledge about the places that you can apply to actually. What are the different positions that you can apply to? So I want to make sure that you guys have that understanding as well. Okay. What's the point of playing such games if AI knows all the possibilities? There will be no chance that the person is going to win. Yes, so for this small game, of course, but there are other, like for other big games like chess, or like other like games like Go. Go is also one of the Chinese games that is there. Then you are having games like Dota 2, that is a video game that is there. You are having games like Valorant. So if you guys are interested, or like not Clash of Clans, but that is a game that I play. But you can think about games like Call of Duty or something like that, Modern Warfare. So these type of games, you cannot create an AI that knows everything, because it's just like endless, boundless possibilities that are there. So in that particular case, a different kind of algorithm is used. Usually in these games, a complex combination of algorithms is being used, along with a bit of deep learning at the end to compute it. Okay, so okay, the up till here, please revise it properly, make notes, whatever you want to do. You want to explore a bit more, explore that, read more. Okay, but when you are coming to the class, like, I want you guys to be ready. Okay, because we are going to we are going to code very heavily, and we are going to learn a few new things like for loops, if else statements, that you guys functions in Python. So all these also we will be learning as we will be making the project. So please be ready for that. Let me just show you the attendance, otherwise you guys will be killing me in like 5 minutes. I don't want to die. Okay, now I'll have to find the attendance first of all. Give me a second. So up till the time that I'm finding my attendance, guys, please do like the video. Let's take up a target of 1.8k likes. Okay. So you guys like the video, I will make the attendance form for you guys. Okay. It's a give and take relationship. You want your attendance form, you give me likes. Otherwise, I will not give you the attendance. Okay, then there is class tomorrow. Why is there not class tomorrow? Classes is every day. Until unless I'm sick or India-Pakistan match is there, classes will be there every single day. Except during Navratri, because somebody told me that you guys won't be coming to class during Navratri. I'm very sad due to that. Let's take up an aim for 1.8 to 1.9k likes, guys. Then I will be showing you the attendance. If we are not reaching that, I will not show today's attendance. Nobody will get certificate. Okay. Yes, classes is there tomorrow as well. Do not worry about it. Okay. Creating a tic-tac-toe game is very simple. Okay, but creating a game where you are able to play against an AI, that is the tough part. And that is what we are going to focus upon. Classes will be there every single day, guys. Classes will be there tomorrow as well. Do not worry about it. Okay. We are at 1.3k likes, guys. We are still a little bit shy of almost 500 likes. So let's try to make sure that we are able to introduce it as well. Okay. See, guys, I'm showing you the number of likes. So please suggest a good book to study and master AI. So see, there is one book that I studied from. I don't remember the book itself, but it was written by Sebastian Thun. So he's like the he was, I think so. So Google has a own like small team that's called as the brain. Okay, and he was the leader of that. So that basically worked on all the AI that goes on in Google, and he is the leader of that team itself. So his book is amazing. Sebastian Thun, I don't remember the exact name. Sebastian, German American computer scientist. Okay, so this is the guy, and book. Okay, now I am also confused if he's the one who has written it or not. Okay, AI book. I think so. I should be searching for AI book. Okay, I'm not able to find it right now. I will try to make sure that I'm able to get the book. Like it must be at my home or something. So I will try to find it out. I think so. He was the one who had written the book, but now I am also confused. Let me search for AI best books. Okay. I might be able to remember the cover page for the book itself. This is the book. Okay, Peter Norvig had written the book, Artificial Intelligence, A Modern Approach. For those who are interested in learning actual AI, you can definitely go through this particular book. Peter Norvig is also one of the people from Google Brain. So he's also a very smart person. And the best book to start with artificial intelligence is this book. I think so. It's like this thick and this big. So it's a huge book to study. Like I completed it in like 2 years or something like that, but amazing. So if you guys want to study artificial intelligence, see, from a placement perspective, you shouldn't. If you are just hungry for knowledge, then it's fine. Okay, let me show you the QR code, guys. I think so. This is day 4, I guess, if I'm not wrong. Day 5. Shit. Okay, I have to create a new copy. Is it day 4 or day 5? This is day 5. Yeah. I have to create a new QR code for it then. Responses are open, send, link, shorten, copy, QR code generator, cancel, A, Control V. Paste, download, day 5, download. No, it is not beneficial to learn C. I will be discussing about what are the different things that you should be learning to prepare for a job, but don't worry about it. We will be discussing about it as well. It is my job to make sure that you guys are able to get all the information that is needed. Okay. Okay, guys. So we'll keep the not the book, the boot camp up till here itself, and we'll meet tomorrow again. Please be on time, guys. Most of you are not on time, and tomorrow attendance is compulsory live from the start itself. In the starting of the boot camp itself, I'll be taking your attendance. So if you're not coming on time, there's nothing that I can do. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, and we will meet at a later point of time. Can you suggest a ML book? An amazing ML book that I was using is by O'Reilly. You can try that book as well. Let me find, like, I forget the name of books, man. Like, it's frustrating sometimes. O'Reilly books ML. Hands-on machine learning with scikit-learn and TensorFlow. The new one. So this is the new one. This is the book that you can definitely go ahead. Like, every person who enrolls in our training program, we tell them that if you're not reading this book, you are a fool. Okay, this is the best book that is possible, guys. Okay, so for those who are interested in that, they can definitely do this as well. Thank you so much, guys. We'll meet tomorrow again, and I have to go. Bye. Bye.